Obviously, that takes a while to gel.
Oh yeah, and we've heard from several people that there are some communication issues on Lag's team because they do have, I think it's 3 different languages going on in there at times.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's definitely something to work past. But Hype, they could have easily, I'm not saying this to be mean, they could have easily lost that game early because they were behind, but they showed a lot of resilience in fighting their way back into it and being competitive. So there's a lot of positives to take out of that game from their perspective as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I gotta get rid of some people here so we can get everyone in that we need because we're kind of, there we go. There we go. All right, lobby's up. Hopefully they're ready to start drafting here in a moment. I think we just have to get a couple people into the Strife lobby, which is not this person. Oops.
Yeah, you did kick Kirito life, so
I did not.
Oh boy.
There's an issue with rejoining lobbies, so you might have to remake.
Yeah, I know. My bad. To me, it did not say Hype. It just said Curry Toy.
Oh, that will be the excuse, right?
That's the excuse I'm going with.
Yeah, first you say you're waiting for me.
Yep.
Then you kick a player.
Then I kick an actual player. All right, it's created now. Hopefully they find it.
Now, Wilkie, if you would have said it was Hogan told me to, I would have believed it.
Yes.
So, for those of us that weren't paying attention to the server, what was the first game server?
EU.
EU,
and I guess a lot of the EU players are having trouble, where they've all been saying they're having trouble on EU servers right now.
Interesting. US East is best.
US East is best East. Oh my lord. All right, we're going to get everyone in here in a moment. My fault on the delay, even though we do have bans out, by the way. So Vex, Bastion are banned. Vex, first ban, followed by a Bastion ban. Do you see a new team trying to secure like Claudessa Bow in their first 2 picks if they can?
I think this is going to be a very quick Rook, because Rook was banned out last game. So I think one of these teams might be looking to try and snag him early here.
Yeah, I think that was it was actually Claudessa's a first pick here for Hype.
Yeah, Mantikias might be able to talk about the Claudessa first pick. I'm not really a fan of it, but Manti, what do you think?
Well, see, I used to think different, but now I'm gonna have to hop on the boat with you right there and say that Claudessa is not necessarily one of the best tanks, in my opinion. She can be very vulnerable. You can punish her just because she's Claudessa. There is no really a threat there unless you're in a bad position already. Dodging Claudessa Q is not an issue as far as you can see the Rook and Bow picks right there, which I completely agree with that. You know that I love the Bow Rook on one team. Bow is capable of repositioning an entire team, and that is big for absolutely any kind of game.
You know, I only understood half the words you were saying.
That's more than most people. So Claudessa, the reason I don't like her first is I think Bow's better than her. That's just my opinion. I am a Bow player, so I'm biased. And Rook, of course, is huge value. He does a great job in many different scenarios. So I think it's a good couple of early picks for Lag's team. And we'll see what the response is here. There's still a ton of heroes available. I think if I'm on the team, I go Carter Ray, or Carter Blazer's okay because it gives you the Blazer Claudessa possibility, which is one of the stronger lanes available right now. Yeah. And you have an open-ended Carter, and you just got to find something to lane against a Rook and bot lane, which can be challenging.
Assuming they even run Rook and bot lane, some of these EU teams actually like to run Rook in kind of that ADC role, you know, with a supporty hero in the top lane. Not that that's what they're going to do, but we have seen it before. You know, Flipside Tactics ran that a lot last series, so we'll see. I would assume we're going to see Rook in the bottom, though.
We have the option. The option is definitely there. However, as Hogan said, Claudessa Blazer lane, that is one scary lane. Like one misstep and you're out of position on a leash and just vulnerable to whatever punishment they want to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you think? You guys want to try and call this next 2 picks here?
It's worth noting that Verm hasn't been picked, so he's almost a mandatory pick here. I would say Verm.
Ace.
You could throw a Tinder with it if you want to combo it, but I think Verm Ray is probably the best 2 selections available right now.
I'm gonna say Verm Ace. Verm Ace is my call. I'm sticking with it.
Ray Hell, that could be a possibility, but it would be a little bit crazy.
They're really taking their time here, though. We had a fast draft last time. This time they want to make it count.
If you give an opposing team a 4-5 pick Verm, you better be really confident in your other heroes, because that is a value pick if I've ever seen one in my life.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I definitely expect lag. Of course, he's a veteran. He was on Flipside last season. He used to play for Supernatural as well. I definitely expect him to pick up the Verm here almost no matter what. And he's just trying to figure out what he's going to couple it with.
Yeah, curious what is going through their head. I wonder if maybe they got, is it a DC issue, or are they really just going back and forth all these picks? Lots of picks available for them.
Well, this is a very important. This is one of the really important matches. It's just you want to show up that you're capable of winning and you're capable of doing in a very effective manner. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually take their extra time in order to do the pick.
Oh, look, it's first week Series 3 SPL. You want to come strong out of the gate, right? Especially in the Challenger group, you want to get that win so that next week you get matched up with other teams that have gotten a win, so you can kind of really test your ability against the better teams in the group to know kind of where you're going to stand or where you might need to work on for the rest of the series. But we do have picks. Ray and Malady both picked up. So we have a Ray Malady pickup. You don't see that too often in the draft. That Ray Malady both picked on the same team and back-to-back. So that Verm is not picked up, by the way.
Yeah, so the only reason why you wouldn't pick up Verm is something that Manti brought to my attention a while ago. The Claudessa Blazer. Manti, if you want to talk about that, how it works against the Verm.
Alright, the way that it works is that Vermilion relies a lot on positioning. As I said, one misstep and you're vulnerable to positioning. You have one escape whatsoever, and that is your bounder. Now, in a situation where you get hooked or whatever CC, you're going to use it, but you only have that one escape, and probably if you want to last hit, you're gonna get hit more than once. So far we haven't really figured out who to pair up Vermilion plus X in order to defeat a Blazer Claudessa, but it's really tough. It's really tough. Even a player with fantastic movement on Vermilion is just gonna have a really rough time.
Yeah, and this could also be a meta play because since there's already a Carter on the picks for Lucky for, and now they pick up a Trixie as well, you can't put Verm with a Carter. So unless you're willing to put your Carter or your Claudessa bottom, they could just be pressuring Lucky's team into not selecting the.
I guess that's ballsy play here. But Trixie is picked up, and we talked about this in the first game. Hera or Trixie were top bans through Series 2, and now they're we don't even see them banned, and they're not even first picked anymore. They're like bottom of the barrel picks sometimes. Hera was picked up last game. He was used pretty effectively, I think, for most of the game. But now we're going to see a Trixie pick up here. What do you think? I know you guys probably don't like the. Oh, and there's the ace. There's the ace.
Oh my god. Hype?
Oh my god, dude. I love these teams. Hype is hype with that Trixie ace pick. What the hell do you think is going on with the Trixie ace pick, last 2 picks? Do they have something up their sleeves?
Well,
is there an ace up their sleeves?
I would like to say that sometimes I can understand the Trixie pick, especially whenever they have a team that can clump really quick. But if you see Bo, Rook, Ray, Malady so far, they can actually be pretty spread out and do their job very effectively. So I want to see what Trixie has under her sleeve in order to land a really good ulti.
Okay.
And there is a Hell pick.
Let's make sure I have everyone in here that needs to be in here. They do. Let me make sure they're ready. And Hail is that last pick. I like that as a last pick. Hail's a good last pick there. But they have options, right? They can run Rook. Assuming it's going to be Carter in the bottom lane. Assuming it's Carter in the bottom lane, do you think Hail does a better job, or does Rook do a better job versus versus Carter?
Well, as far as that, Hogan might be the one to answer that question, since he's been running a couple tests in order to do that.
Hale versus Carter, is that what you're asking?
If Carter is going in the bottom lane, who is a better option for them to run against that? Rook or Hale?
If Carter's in the bottom lane, Hale can manage just fine, and then you get a good lane with Rook. But I don't know if Carter's in the bottom lane for sure, mostly because Trixie isn't that great of a hero right now, in my opinion. Therefore, if you're trying to implement her, you're trying to pull one over on someone in some kind of context. So maybe they're trying to throw the Trixie in the bottom lane, or even a 1v2 in some weird scenarios. And we'll have to wait and see where they put him in lane to see actually how it's going to work out. But Trixie, just the shorter range on her nuke, many of us wish that they kept the range and lowered the damage, because that really does hurt her. She has to expose herself to a lot more damage and a lot more initiation potential from the enemy team just to get off her a stream of damage now. So it's very frustrating for people that used to play Trixie.
It's, I mean, definitely frustrating. The range is drastically reduced, but I don't know if that's a bad... I mean, before it was so annoying. The question is, of course, is Trixie used to be annoying, right? But was she powerful mid and late game? That's hard to tell. But now she's not even annoying. I'm obviously a good Trixie player, can still do some work with that hero. So we'll see what happens. Because we're about to jump in the game here. Five seconds.
Also, I would like to everybody to remember that on the last Strife Pro League, on the finals, there was a Claudessa Blazer with an ace ganking level 1. The ace slowed the target, and they just easily landed the kill. The ace was running a fit, so that allowed a huge snowball just from level 1. Maybe we'll see that on this game as well.
Yeah, maybe that would be interesting. I would like to see Ace with the fits if that's going to happen, but that was the finals last series was Relit on Ace, and I don't know, Relit plays a pretty damn amazing Ace. We'll see who's playing Ace here though.
Yeah, the only thing I'd say about Ace in this game is that the enemy team has two heroes that probably roam a little bit better than Ace in the bow and the malady. So you have to definitely pick your opportunities very carefully and execute properly. Otherwise, you can just get out-roamed by the enemy team, and if their gangs are more successful than yours, then you're going to fall behind early on.
So we don't have an Ace with a Fitz. He actually has a Pincer. Pincer's a solid choice, especially against the team they're going up against. Malady, Bow, Ray, Hale. I mean, even Rook, right? There's a lot of... Whoa, 4 men roaming down to the bottom lane here. This is interesting. We'll see what happens here, but that Pincer on Ace, who's going to be in the bottom lane, by the way. Bottom lane Ace, going to be interesting. I'm kind of liking this. Oh my god, they're trying to get into this bush so quick. And Ace doesn't even see it coming. Oh, poor Ace. Oh, poor Ace.
Well, let's see if they're going to actually commit the entire time to that.
I think they are. I think they're here for the long haul. But Ace doesn't know what he wants to do, actually. He has 2 interesting item pickups. What do you think of those item pickups? What is that going to be into?
Well,
it could
I'm
be
100% against it.
What is that going to be?
It's going to be into his Captain's Crest again. He did it last game.
Oh.
It's a bad opening, in my opinion, because you don't have any potions. It doesn't make sense to me, especially in a lane where you're going to be... there's going to be advantage for the other hero. This is a 1v1 we've seen play out before, especially for people following the Strife Academy arena. We saw Mango try and run an Ace versus a Rook.
Oh, it does not
and
work.
let's just say that did not end up very well.
It does not work.
And,
but if Ace...
Especially the level 2 is going to come early for lag with these mines.
Oh, yeah.
The trade is almost bound to happen. And however, I'll tell you, that's going to be into a definitely not a help bot. So, he just has free harassment right here.
I do like the bow Ray lane in the top here.
Yeah,
That's
the
always
problem
fun.
is it's against the enemy's best lane. I think I would have swapped these lanes. Actually, it's a tough call, but I think I would have swapped these lanes if I were on the red side, whatever that team's called.
The red side. That is...
Valor.
That's a new team.
I was going to say Dire, so I stopped myself.
Oh, Dire. Oh, my
You're
God.
lucky.
Valor, sir.
But that on the Bo has Pincer, so it's probably that was part of the plan to go against that lane right there. Bo and Pincer is a fantastic pet
Middle
for
lane.
all those out
Oro almost dies.
Oh my God, just barely alive here, but in the end there, Hale's actually going to get that first blood onto Carter, and they're going to turn it on here. That health pot's up. Lucky's in a lot of trouble. Does not have the barrel roll. Can't get away from this. Is probably going to fall.
Wow.
An early level of barrel roll would have saved her life, I think. Oh, and at the top lane here, man, Claudessa going down. Lots of momentum here for new team. Lots of
as we were able to tell, as we were able to see, the disrespect to Claudessa is huge, and there is not much she can do at very early stages.
Yeah, Claudessa is a very strong hero, but she uses that. She actually doesn't even have her heal right now or her shield, so she's pretty squishy at the moment.
Yeah, we've played this lane, me and Manti, before for funsies, the Carter and Trixie, and it's a lane that's meant to suppress the melee hero in your lane. And doing it against Hale is a little difficult because you can't really get kills on the Hale, especially when he's running a pincer as well. So that's going to be a difficulty for them, but top has an engage going on.
Yep, absolutely, and it's on Blazer this time, but Ray's gonna fall for the kill, which I think they're okay with that trade at the moment because it just keeps this lane kind of under pressure. You know, Claudessa, Blazer's a strong lane. Anytime they get a kill, keep them under their boot, so to say.
Correct, and Blazer has a Fitz, so she doesn't feel so bad about that.
Yeah, gotta love those Fitz kills.
Yeah, they're down on GPM, so that's a much more favorable trade for the green team.
For glory.
Glory.
Oh my God, Hogan. How long have you been playing Strife? 2 days?
Radiant?
No, now give him a break, guys. He just learned the colors about a week, and he's proud of it, alright? He just has to display.
Colors.
So here's the problem, of course. Ace is farming 280 GPM versus this free farming Rook, basically. Like, Rook just has this lane, and there's nothing Ace can do about it. Oh, I don't know about lag there. Ooh, taking a lot of harass. He could have just W'd out of that, but he decided not to. But that's okay, don't really matter.
Maybe his hook was on a different angle. He would have a more aggressive positioning.
Yeah. But in the end, it's okay. Thought I do like Ace with the pincer here, though. It's going to be... How hard is it going to be for Rook to kill Ace with that pincer if Ace is playing properly? Oh, no.
Not very hard at all.
Oh, no. Lag with the taunt. Oh.
That's about appropriate.
Oh,
anytime you run an Ace versus a Rook, that means you really don't believe in the enemy Rook. So I think taunting is fine for him. You should feel disrespected. I'm kidding. But, yeah, I mean, Ace can't do anything to win this lane. He has to ult in to try and win the lane. And especially when Lag's running a Razor, it's a very difficult situation. He's going to need help from another lane, but as you can see, all of his other lanes are losing horribly. So he's really in a hole, so Lag can't really die in this situation.
Yeah, all Lag can do is just kind of hold out on the tower here, right? Try and get some CS, hold the tower back, and hope his other lanes kind of turn it around.
I would also like to point out that one of the strategies to win this is to go all in, but you cannot go all in whenever you have that amount of mana right there. It's really rough.
And there they go. They actually get a kill. They might not going to get a double kill. That is a hail. They're going to try and chase, but it's more just harass. But they do get a kill on a Malady there. And that's the type of stuff they need. Oh, there goes. But there's the pincer. Not going to be enough, though. Lag going to get the kill in the bottom lane. It is a Rook, after all. The burst damage on that Rook is just it's just a little too much sometimes.
Yeah, that was still a little bit risky, because if he trades there to a tower hit, he gives him a lot more money than he got. So that was definitely a little bit more risky than Lag had to play it, but he ends up getting the kill, and he's putting a lot of damage on the tower. tower will just barely live by the time Rook gets back. He needs to play. I mean, Ace gets back. He needs to play a little bit carefully, but the pot's coming out.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be okay with that pot and be back to fine. But here comes Carter coming all the way around. By the way, he didn't even want to risk being spotted by a possible ward. He came all the way around. Lag does not see it coming, but that engage by Ace, I think, gave it away. As soon as Ace gets aggressive on this Rook, that Rook just knows that, uh-oh, someone's missing off the map. Time to get the hell out of here, because Ace should not be this aggressive with me.
Yeah, I believe that Ace was trying to pop hide and seek prematurely in order for him to land the ulti.
Yep, but Lag was not falling for it, so good play by him there. Captain's Crest is done now. This Captain Crest does give you 20 armor, and against a Rook, that's not a bad thing. 20 armor, early 20 armor versus a Rook's okay. What do you think about throwing axe on Rook, by the way?
I think we talked about it last time we casted. It's a player preference thing.
Yeah, power
it's not necessary.
Throwing axe.
I don't know if it's like going to be a new fad, but we've seen them. I mean, a lot of the EU teams have been doing it for a while now. Okay. And it's just their preference. We also see players like KOG run it on a lot of heroes. I know Death likes to run it, so... What's the numbers on it? Is
it effective? Does it work?
It's also... it's not necessarily just the numbers, it's also the pressure that you applied into the lane to by using it on cooldown. It's very, very effective to get that level 2. That is detrimental to some heroes in order to win the lane.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have the enchant on it, it lets you push a little bit faster.
Sure.
It's okay. It's better on... You can make the argument for more so on some heroes, like Ray. If you don't want to use his freeze ray prior to the last patch, to last hit, you could have got the hatchet, but now that's obsolete, obviously.
Oh, nice double whirlwind! Ooh, whoo! That was I gotta do it. That just happened, guys. That just happened. That was nice. Nice combo. The double whirlwind. I think they almost could have gotten a double kill, except the barrel roll by Lucky over there in the mid lane. In the top lane, though, action happening here. Ray taking a little damage. He's going to be fine. Don't Put actually going to have to activate the ultimate there, but he's getting spotted out. Nice boot use there just to see it, but he had a bow throw up. He didn't choose to use it there. Let's see if that pays off in the end. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. I think he could have killed Don't Put with a bow throw.
Yes, he definitely should have used it, especially because Don't Put actually used a health pod on between auto attacks. So if Don't Put would have died, it would be an extra 120 punishment.
Hail goes down in the mid lane, of course.
Yeah, this is starting to get a little bit reminiscent of last game. I mean, these are deaths that they should not be taking. The Hail, especially, has been a little greedy in his item choices, not having any magic resist against a Trixie Carter lane. That's very odd to me.
Absolutely.
And he shouldn't be dying to these heroes with that kind of advantage he has.
Yeah, Daphne Cloak is cheap enough and effective enough against this team here that you probably should have prioritized that.
Oh yeah, if I were the Hell in this kind of lane, I would probably just go dampening into barrier token and call it a day, because then they can't hurt you at all. So,
yeah, and then obviously you can have it a power crafted of both of those if you really want, but still, those two items against this team very effective.
Yeah, and most people underrate the effectiveness of magic resist versus the Ace as well.
Ace is all magic damage, right? His ult, his spin, his... Oh, nice stun by Lag. Into the whirlwind, into a dark storm there, into a death. Chain.
Well, on top lane.
The top lane, they do get a kill on that Blazer, so good for them. New team is at least doing their job in this top lane very effectively. I mean, in the mid lane, they're winning it as well, so all around, they're kind of doing their thing here. Pretty strong showing this series so far. I like it.
And you want to display your dominance from very early stages into the tournament in order to strike fear.
Fear?
In the hearts of the enemy.
Oh my god. But Eowyn here, Eowyn, going down. Don't Put in a little bit of trouble too. I don't know if he has his ult. He does in 8 seconds, so he'd probably be okay, and he's under tower. He is getting surrounded though. Ace leaving the bottom lane. Ace is all the way here in the top lane now. Unfortunate for Ace. I think he's just trying to find some pickoffs now, but I don't know. This Ray in some trouble. They're using a lot of resources to kill this little Ray, but in the end, it's not the worst idea. Lucky gonna fall in the mid lane, however. And Hail Malady doing work, continuing to do work. At the same time, Rook just pushing the bottom lane. He was in the mid for a bit, coming back down here. There's nothing Hail can do, so I guess rotating and roaming's his best option at the moment.
Yeah, Ace walked all the way top and didn't even get the assist on that kill.
Oh,
so it's like a huge
God!
waste of time for him.
I thought he at least got the assist there, but no assist for Ace is very bad. And they didn't send anybody bottom here to kind of try and stop this Rook. Because this tower is going to fall here very soon.
Yeah, this tower's dead. They're bringing 4 down, so see if they can make a fight out of this.
I don't know. It's going to be tough. I mean, these guys are pretty, Rook and Hail pretty slippery.
So the problem with not making a fight out of it is you're giving up your top tier one.
Top lane?
So it's definitely a bad trade. You got to force the fight there in that bottom lane. Top's gonna...
Hail is... I'm not Hail. Ace going down there. Probably going to lose their tower as well. So Ace did rotate top to try and switch it up and change his fate, but he's so far behind. And, Ace in a 2v1 versus like a bow Ray, what can he do?
Actually, he tried to show some power by jumping on top of him whenever he was low, but as you say, he's so behind at this point that it didn't really matter. It wasn't effective.
Yeah, I mean, for an Ace to be effective, he's got to go pretty strong power. But Aelwyn there taking a 3.5 seconds deliverance. Right, nice Hail stun there, but it is a Claudessa. Claudessa pretty tanky. Here comes Ace trying to turn it. Malady has her Shadow Veil finished and is going to get away. Poor Ace. Ace just wants to get in here and get some action going, but he always hits the tail end and is like falls for it. Oh my god, he's still alive! Claudessa doing work! Claudessa with that heal, with that Dragon's Reach, and actually dies in the end because she activates her ult and tries to go back in a little. I think if she would have just backed off after that Dragon's Reach, they both would have walked away.
Yeah, definitely. I'll completely agree with you right there. But sometimes you
heat of the moment,
you crave those skills. Yeah, you crave those skills, and you don't think rationally.
Yeah, of course not, man. You get you definitely get tunnel vision there. But wow, good work. That was some good play saving Ace. Here comes a free Baldir, however, for new team.
They can have all the Baldirs. They have a ton of map control.
They have
going middle on Nutra again.
They have all the map control. Claudessa coming through again with the saves on the Ace. This Ace better be sending a thank you card over to Claudessa's house tomorrow.
Oh, the Curse of the Croak just completely missed everybody.
A complete whiff there of the Croaking Curse. It does happen. It's a hard ult to land, to tell you the truth. Unless you kind of barrel roll in and get it off, or some type of a dash in to make it happen. But that is that. Rook, though, looking for something here, but it's going to be a Claudessa, so they might just back out of this. Oh, no, they're going to go. They're all here. And they're even going to go in on Carter, but Carter has those rocket boots, getting out of danger. Whole team's here, though. New team is strong in the mid lane. Here comes Malady, has that Shadow Veil, very early Shadow Veil completed, by the way.
Yeah, Hype is pretty much losing just the whole entire map at this point. The positioning of everything is just always against them.
And I gotta say, I mean, I like seeing Ace in games, don't get me wrong. It's fun to see Ace getting picked up and getting played, but man, it really hurt them in this lane. I mean, look, Rook is super farmed, almost finished a Wound Splitter, just got the third component. Ooh. Just needs the recipe now to finish that Wound Splitter right from a Demon Fang. So super farmed Rook against zero farmed Ace, not good. You don't want your Ace having no farm. That means it's just completely useless for you.
Yeah, Bo got caught in the bot jungle just there. He was in a horrible position. He walked into 4 heroes.
Yep, and he paid for it.
That's a good pickoff for Hype. And let's see if they can get a couple more like that. Like, they're about to walk into Malady here.
Well, Malady, though... They're looking for Malady. They know Malady has the Shadow Veil. And they actually spot her out, but they're going to back off.
Yeah, she took the ward, so she revealed that she was there. That's why the lasers came out and the rockets, but they couldn't catch her, unfortunately. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Nutuk cannot stay anywhere near this, so it looks like they're going to set up for a Sindara attempt for new team right now.
They're jumping right on this, and they might get this. I think they're going to sneak it. No, it looks...
this is really smart.
Hype is trying to maybe rotate around here. Nice wall by Malady, just, cutting people off. They have this down so low, but they're going to back off. They're going to get spotted out. We have a fight breaking out here, guys. Let's see if Malady can catch anybody. They want to engage, but it's Aowen here on Claudessa that they're going to find, not the one you want to engage on. Now, Ace could do a ton of damage here if they group up and Ace jumps in and spins. He's not doing a lot, but that's he can do some decent AoE damage if they're grouped up on it. Here they go. They want to go to get on this Claudessa. There comes the wall down. Claudessa is split out, but that's the only one split out. The rest of the team is back here. Ace takes a 2-second deliverance arrow and just dies mid-air. Oh my gosh. And the only one to survive from that, or the two people to survive from that, Trixie and Carter. Three. And Blazer. I apologize. Not for long, mind you, but... Nice Dark Storm there by Burrow Lemon, just to slow it down long enough for them to get on there. And Claudessa is going to fall.
As I was going to mention,
that
was a very, very smart move. It's an incredible smart move. They have the goal advantage. They want to bring them out. They want to get these team fights. The goal advantage that they have is just allowing them to win team fights. Why not just take them, right? As you were able to see, they took the Cindy to like a reasonable amount of HP, and then they retrieved because they wanted that fight.
Yeah, Ace in that fight, man, he did absolutely nothing in that fight. He tried to jump away over a wall and died midair.
And I would like to point out that the Mystic got the killing blow on that Ace, midair.
That's why Mystic's the MVP of every game.
Mystic MVP.
He still has 0 kills, 0 assists. I mean, it just shows, like, an Ace that falls behind can't do anything. It's worth noting that this Ace is definitely different from what we've seen from Relit on F3 in the previous season. It doesn't have a Fitz to try and be a catalyst to get it into the game. It's just a straight solo Ace, and we haven't seen a solo Ace succeed in I don't even know how long, if ever.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they're not building this as like a pure power ace that can just crush some damage on a squishy. It's more of a tanky hero that they're trying to build here, but it's just not working right now. There's a 1.5 seconds, but that's going to get broken. And fight's still kind of brewing here. Oh, Bo going in, trying to find someone in. Unfortunately, it's that ace who tries jumping away again, but goes down in the end. Everyone here this is not a good fight for them. And Bo doing a good job, kind of just blocking him out. Even Rook going to get a kill there. They're still looking for something, but it's just so hard right now. They're so far ahead on gold. It's so hard for them to take a team fight. They just got to look for picks, but new team's not really giving them that opportunity. They're sticking together as 5 and just team fighting and pushing objectives.
I would like to see them separate that because they're behind on goals, which means they're behind on items, and also the Ace doesn't have an actual presence, so they're behind on heroes.
Yeah.
As written as that might sound, they're behind on that. So you don't really want to take these team fights. And after they have done so much damage on Kongor, they just have to retrieve and let that tower do the rest of the job. That's it.
Yeah, I also think that when you fall behind on a hero like Ace. You were mentioning this before, Wilkie. You just need to kind of go all in on power to make yourself feel relevant. You already have a tank in the Claudessa. You need someone to penetrate back line and kill somebody. Right now, they're entirely reliant on Carter damage to kind of get them through a team fight.
It's not working, though. And Ace can do that, right? Ace can get to the back line, if he positions properly. But this Ace is in a lot of trouble right now. I don't know where he's going to try and go. He's going to try and jump over, but there was Malady calling it out, waiting for him, and there is a dead Ace. Doing a lot of damage from Carter, though. Carter almost taking Malady out, going for it. He wants to get it, but Malady with the Shroud coming back around on him, and I think this Carter is going to pay for that. And we talked about that, right? You get tunnel visioned. Oh, man, they're all getting tunnel visioned here. Even Claudessa coming back in, trying to make something happen. It's just not going to be enough. He's going to get bursted down. That Wound Splitter on lag on Rook.
It's kill.
You got to love the Fitz kills.
I would like to point out that Borrow's Lemon movement was really good. Joe's open.
Oh, we got sheep.
He gets a Hexbane out there. Oh, man. Unfortunately.
One hit from getting the kill.
Yes.
That's a shame.
Wow, that's exactly what the goal advantage gets you, right? Even it's so hard to get out of it, especially whenever they started getting the Hexbanes and you're not really prepared for it.
Oh, yeah. Someone has to take an important call.
Hell might die to Baldur. No, just barely lives.
Just barely. They'll be fine. So yeah, so what do you think? What does Hype need to do to kind of get back in this game? Because they're way behind right now. Let's take a look at the gold graph. It's like a 20,000 gold lead, almost a 20,000 gold lead in no-name, or new team no-name, wow. In new team's favor, no generators down yet. 20,000 gold lead, no generators. That's pretty big.
You want an honest answer to what they have to do?
Yes.
Or a fluff answer?
No, I want the honest answer. Is it even possible?
The honest answer is they have to ask for a remake and start fresh.
So you don't think there's any chance that they can come back in this match?
Zero. They're running 2 dead heroes on a Trixie and an Ace. And Claudessa's done well, but Claudessa late game isn't something that you really brag about. And so it's going to come down to Carter. And of course, don't put on his blazer.
And here they are. They want to engage again. They want to get a kill so bad right now, and they actually do. They take Malady out, but Don't Put is Don't Put's alive. Nice heal coming out in the end. Nice. Bo is still alive, sort of. He's gonna go down. Nice rocket boots. Ace is gonna fall for this. In the end, though, it's just not enough. They get 2 kills, but they lose 3 themselves. Nice. Not gonna be good though. Oh, still alive.
Why are they chasing?
So the
Ace
one
must be worth like 30 gold. I don't know why you would chase him that far.
Ace.
Go kill a catapult.
Yeah, poor Ace here. Let's look at Ace's score. He's running a 0-1-6. He's not. He is at 325 GPM. He is not worth a lot of gold, unfortunately. I just wanted to point out real quick with that void key. When you're running from a Ray and you void key, not necessarily your best idea, because then Ray can just put down a static field right on your void key, and as soon as you pop out of it, you get stunned.
Correct.
Anyway, go ahead.
I would like to point out that fight right there started actually in favor of Team Glory. They had a very good pickup by Trixie on Malady, and then from there on, even though they were 1 hero behind, they just couldn't do enough damage.
Yeah, they're so far in gold. They're behind so far in items. There's now 2, or is that just there's? I need to see what's being delivered. I think they just have. There's 2 Hexbanes and 2 Shadow Veils coming out here on new team's favor. That's pretty rough. Rook has a Shadow Veil. That could get scary. Ray has a Shadow Veil. That could be kind of scary. They have 3. They have oh my god, there's 3 Hexbanes and 3 Shadow Veils. I'm sorry. Malady has a Shadow Veil and a Hexbane. So much utility coming out.
We're 25 minutes in the game and Hype has 0 towers.
Yeah.
And they just don't have any team money to speak of. Right now they're getting engaged.
But here they go. Nice ult there. No, they still can't even get the bow or the Malady down, though. Ace was looking for it, but here comes the monkey. And that's going to end that fight there. That was a really good Croaking Curse by Lucky. But they just don't have the damage output to take these guys out. They're going to find it. Nice. Don't Put takes out Malady. They got to come in. They want to take out this Bo next. Bo is down. Klein is still here, but this generator is going to fall no matter what. And Willie, oh, nice turn by Don't Pud. That was a nice play. I'm going to throw it out there. That just happened, just so everyone could see it. And barely makes it out. Carter getting ballsy there. I got to say though, man, Don't Pud. That was a nice play taking out Carter before Carter takes him out.
But you were able to see the power of those Ray. He ulti, that was it, and he almost got a double kill.
Yeah.
It was very close.
Yeah, this Ray is going to start getting scared. He has a full power Hexbane. He has the Grimoire finish. It's going to get pretty scary for him. He doesn't have a Shiv or anything like that, so it's a little lower than where it might be, but he has plenty of utility, though, with that Hexbane.
And it looks like he's going to build an Hourglass next.
Yeah,
I'd assume that's a crafted Hourglass.
That's my assumption as well. But we'll see.
Middle lane gank.
But here is Ace. Can Ace turn this around? Oh, he spots that out. They're actually still going on, but the rest of the team's here. And that's going to be into that little engagement here. Don't Put is going to come around on them from behind. If he can catch this Malady, because this Malady is super squishy, that would not be the worst thing.
Did you see Lag's ult on camera?
Kind of. Why?
Deliverance.
There was nobody.
Yeah, it was
area code.
It was a huge whiff. I'm assuming he was trying to look for Don't Pud in Viz. I don't know.
It must have been a misclick or a lag.
Oh, Ace walking into stuns after stuns, but he wants to try and make something happen, but he's just getting stunned out and slowed. Bo, though, got to be a little careful. There's so much going on here. In the background, Claudessa does die. Again, a good Croaking Curse, but just not enough. Oh, there we go. Ace getting a kill. Finally making a play happen here. And this is still going on.
Yeah, Carter had really good damage input in that. It was very well aimed.
So Ace still building this very tanky build. That's a default barrier token, I believe. I don't know what he's building next. Is this, I don't know. He's pretty tanky, but he doesn't have a lot of power output, so again, in these fights, it doesn't have a lot of AoE damage. However, Lucky's in nothing but trouble here. Lucky not very lucky today. Second time where he just gets, spotted out from a gank, from a bush or from around a corner.
Yeah, it's amazing in its own right that Hype are able to do anything in these fights, because they're fighting into 3 sheeps, and the fact that they're able to get a couple kills is astonishing to me. So we'll see. These have kind of been a little bit more sloppy engagements from new team. We'll see if maybe they tighten it up right now.
Yeah,
go for the finish.
Absolutely. I don't know what they're jockeying around for. I mean, Syndara's coming up here in about 30 seconds. But they're so far ahead, I would have figured they could have just pushed in a tower and taken a generator and taken another gen. They do have the mid generator down. Let's take a look at the gold graph. It's like 24,000 gold lead, man. They have a huge item lead. They can definitely be taking team fights. If that's they so choose,
And talking about those items, allow me to point this out. Hell has a Spirit Ward.
Oh my god. I glanced over that. That's a weird item, but if it works, it works. Claudessa again bursted down, but they are taking Ray out for that. Bo getting a really nice ult off. Claudessa actually was still alive there. I apologize. Does die now. Double kill for Malady. 3 down. This might be the end of the game here. Nice work by Ace taking out Malady. And he's on the run now, though. This poor Ace. Gonna survive for another day. Attack the enemy at Crux. I just heard that.
That was a little bit of a greedy positioning by Borolemon. There was no reason for him to be in that position.
Yeah, but they're going to go right for the Crux here. Ace is going to do what he can, but he's just going to get Hexbane down. They're just going to finish this Crux off. There's not much you can do. And folks, it's the end of game 2. 2-0, new team versus European Hype Train. Let's put this out so everyone can see it. I don't think it works all the time. Anyway, I can do it that way too. And wow, so that's that. New team. Shown that they're going to be pretty dominant right now. They definitely stole 2 games. Well, not stole, but definitely won out 2 games there to European Hype Train. So good for them, absolutely. Did those games kind of go as you expected? I don't know if you guys had a different prediction for these games. What do you think?
Definitely not. The very first match I was very impressed by by both teams, definitely. And on the second match, as Hogan pointed out, I was surprised that they were able to get kills and team fights just that close, even though they were so behind. I was also very impressed by movement, like Blazer. You pointed out that I was backing out and coming back and picking up some kills, even though she was really, really behind.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the things to take out of this are that Hype has a couple of bright spots. Doneput, of course, is a long-standing veteran that plays well in most situations, of course, dating back to Supernatural play. He has a good hero pool as well. Also, the Carter from the last game, I believe Kyoto Life played it. That definitely was a well-played Carter. The lane wasn't ideal for him, and he still managed to get the most kills on his team as he progressed forward. So a couple of good signs from Hype. The first game was winnable for them. The second game was a little bit more ugly because they put themselves at the pick screen into some unfortunate situations. Who knows how much experience they have against teams of this caliber, as New Team does have a lot of experience behind them. So that could have been a factor as well. New Team, in the first game, they just seemed a little bit unorganized, but that's going to be something that exists with the language barrier that might occur or exist within their team. And the second game, they looked a lot stronger. They could have definitely taken advantage of opportunities a little bit better, but they'll probably get better as the season goes on. So they're going to be an exciting team to keep an eye on, especially when they match up against some of these other challenger teams.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yes. I just want to point that out. Yeah, as soon as next week, I think we'll see some really, really good games. Kind of once we've separated. After this week, the teams will basically be broken down into two groups. So the teams that have won this week and the teams that have lost this week. And so all the teams that have won are going to be facing off against each other next week. So we'll start to see some of those, kind of higher tiered matchups happen.
Yep, and this is one of those matches. I don't know if you remember, but last time we cast together, one of the biggest questions was like, how important is your draft part of the game? As you can tell how important that was on this game, that's how effective it can be.
Yeah,
or how detrimental towards the game can go.
And look, man, nothing but respect for throwing that ace, a last pick out there, and it's like, showing like, hey, that's right, we just picked ace, and we're about to play you with them. That takes balls, that's guts, that's a lot of respect, but you gotta make it work. And like ace in the bottom lane, I don't think works, unfortunately. I would have liked to seen it work. I hope somebody proves me wrong, absolutely. But I just don't think it works, and it definitely didn't work in this game, especially against a Rook. Maybe they didn't think they were going up against a Rook in the bottom lane, but picks are important, man. Drafting is half the game. Half the game.
At least.
At least. But that's kind of it for us this evening, everybody. I'm going to throw the link out here in chat just so people can look at it so they know what's going on. But we should have a match not set in stone. We'll follow up. We'll put out an announcement on our Twitter if this is in stone. But we should hopefully are going to be casting tomorrow morning-ish. Ryan Stilts versus Team Derp, another challenger bracket match. That's happening tomorrow. And actually, it looks like did you guys change your date? You two should know this. Is Kaizen versus INF happening tomorrow?
Sunday.
Mine shows that it's tomorrow.
Yeah, yours is wrong. We had a long discussion about this today.
Sunday.
It's Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. But about the match you said tomorrow,
it's
keep an eye out for Derp because Lalonde's been playing really well, and I think they have one or two of the hooligans. I don't know how many hooligans there are anymore.
I just want to point out your guys' match is scheduled for tomorrow, 1 p.m. If you guys might want to get that changed if that's going to happen. But on the site,
we're not in charge.
It's tomorrow, 1 p.m. I will.
Not our problem.
I'll talk to Gulliver and Infamous Gaming. But at the very least, we should be casting. We should definitely be casting the Derp game tomorrow. Maybe some more. We'll see. It depends on player schedules when they schedule their games. Sunday, though, we're going to try and cast as much as we can. Early morning up until a lot of the pro bracket stuff's happening at like 11 a.m. to like 1 p.m. So we'll cover as many of those games as we can. If we miss any games, don't fear. We will cast them as a replay on Wednesday. So next Wednesday is our first time we'll be doing it, but every Wednesday we'll be casting replays from the any games you missed during the week. And we'll be trying to multicast, so on the pro bracket, if we think there's like 2 good series going on, we'll multicast it. We'll let everybody know. But yeah, that's kind of it for now. That's our schedule. Definitely keep up to date on that link I just sent out there, so you can see what's going on. If you're a challenger team and you want to play, it's not too late. It's just week 1. There's many weeks to go. Get your team in. You still have a shot to win it, even if you miss week 1. But for me, that's it. Mantakias, anything you'd like to say before we go? You want to send out your link in chat, and I'll repost it for your Twitch stream if you want. Whatever you want to say, the floor is yours.
Sure. First of all, before I do that, I would like to say thank you. Thank you to allow us to be here, and thank you for everybody to show up and show your support. And as he says, second, I would like to say, if you are interested in watching somebody, there is my booth right there. And thank you very much once again. It's been a pleasure, and hopefully we'll see.
Get rocked.
Hopefully we'll see each other again.
Of course, we're going to see each other again, Mantequillas. Don't go anywhere, though. But Hogan, what about you? Any parting words?
Thanks, everyone, to watch. Thanks for having me, Wilkie. Watch Manty's stream whenever he streams. Shout out to Swan. He's the bestest. Mango is also the bestest. See you guys later.
Excellent. My only last word before we leave is, and Mantequillas or Hogan, one of you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here.
Wrong.
I'm wrong. Is the Strife Academy draft happening in a couple hours?
8:00 p.m. Eastern time.
So 2 hours from now.
The EU draft already happened.
Okay.
Someone linked a spreadsheet in Strife Academy chat, so you can see that there.
Cool.
If you're EU, but we're not EU, so whatever.
Who's casting the draft? Thank you for that answer.
He's here and he's not going to answer?
As I say, no, I was going to say. I didn't know who was going to answer. All right. Apparently, I'm going to be casting the draft right there with Peon.
Oh, you and Peon. But Peon's another SPL caster we have. He'll be casting some games this weekend as well, guys. But yeah, that should be fun. The 2 accents coming together for the Strife Academy draft. Casting the draft. It's a new thing. Casting that draft. I'm hoping it's a lot of fun. It's in 2 hours from now. You guys definitely should go watch that if you want to see how those teams are going to come together. But from you guys and from me, that's it. No more Strife Pro League for the day. I hope everyone has an amazing weekend. Until next time, which is hopefully tomorrow, stay sane.